Guys, what's up? It is 3-1 Winterwolf 3-1, aka Winter, aka Wolfie, whatever you guys would love to call me. Today we are building an off-the-grid vacation lot. I don't know how much it retails for, but I will probably edit in the price later. Um, so I want to do something a little bit less cultural and a little bit more commercial. So it still has some of those traditional aspects, like it still uses, actually I changed that fencing. But it still uses the same. Are those called balusters? I know what they're called, I swear. I just, whenever I do these videos, I forget what they're called. And I decided to do this kind of roofing instead. Um, Pro tip, please color the walls before you crisscross them because it takes way more time to do what I am doing than to just do it from the vertical and then do the horizontal after. So yeah, and then I even end up changing this color later, so you'll see me do this twice. And then I'm just taking out the flooring so that it has a clear view and an open, I don't know why I'm saying clear view, so it has an open space. And so yeah, that's what we're doing today. I really love how the bathroom turns out in this build video. So you guys should definitely download it if you like that bathroom as much as I do. Because I thought it was a very interesting idea. You'll see soon. Um, I'm a little bit tired today. Usually I rant a lot in these. Today I'm just exhausted, which is interesting because I got the right amount of sleep and everything and I'm still exhausted. But I think I said that in almost every video I've done. Oh, this also has less windows and it's a one bedroom, one bathroom house. Sadly, the bathroom is not attached to the bedroom, which is a little bit upsetting, but that's okay. So this is going to be the bedroom. The bedroom looks out into that porch. The porch doesn't let you go in the water though. This is just a porch we're sitting on. I add some things after the fact. A lot of times when I build these builds, they're not necessarily in order. So I may start in the bedroom and then you'll see I go into the kitchen. And these are the cheats I use. You write in testing cheats true first, and then you do bb dot leave objects on. And that should let you kind of put objects that would be considered in the way on top of each other. Like this fan wasn't going over the bed at first until you use that cheat. And then I'm also resizing these little not lamps, but those things. I'm resizing them and I'm hanging up as if they're a wall decor. You'll see that in the build I actually end up raising them too high and they get cut off by the ceiling. But that's only really if you're in that tab mode, so I don't think I changed it because it didn't make much of a difference when you're actually playing the game. But who knows, maybe before when I go to check the price, I'll change that as well before I upload it. You can't use refrigerators, I don't think. None of them said that you could use them while they're off the grid, so I didn't add a refrigerator. If you can use a refrigerator, then go for it. Please add it in. There is space, I think. And if they are able to be used on off-the-grid lots, please let me know in the comments down below. Or if there's something else you can use instead. I thought maybe you could use a cooler. I don't know. But I didn't add a cooler in this video. I don't know why. I just figured, what's the point? You might as well just make the food and cook it immediately. Or eat the food and cook the food and eat it immediately instead. And I tried my best with the lighting. Because obviously you can't use any lights besides candles, etc. So I tried. I think it turns out pretty bright. It might be a little bit dark at the night, but there's obviously a lot of windows. So when it's morning time, there will be a lot of light, which I think is a good thing for your internal clock. Because I think a lot of times when we're really exhausted, it's because we have our lights on. And so we're not signaled that it's time to go to bed. Whereas in an off the grid lot, you'll be more in tune with your own like internal clock. So that's probably a good thing. Maybe island living is something all students should do. Maybe schools should follow. I wish schools would follow the weather because when you get home at like 3 p.m. and it's dark outside, You do not want to do any homework or any studying. You just want to go to bed. At least that's the way it is for me. Any sort of darkness outside, and I'm just like, nope, it's nighttime. Not doing anything. I use the sliding doors in the light blue color because I was kind of thinking, like, I don't know. It's this, when it came to my mind, it was like old people vacation home, and old people vacation homes that I've seen are always a little bit lighter in color and a little bit, just a little bit more neutral. I ended up switching out the bookcase because it took way too much space that I didn't have. And then you'll see I end up moving this bookshelf again, just because it's in the middle, and I decided what better way to add light than by adding a fireplace. So I end up adding a fireplace from Jungle Adventures. I have no idea what packs I used in this, by the way, so I might edit it in. If I don't, I'm sorry. Um, but I didn't keep track of it like I usually have for some of the other ones that I have. And of course, this will be downloadable on the gallery, so you guys can look at it and download it and place it wherever you would like if you want. I think a lot of these like main items will be from Island Living and Jungle Adventure, but I think some of the decor, like the candles, might not be. I think some of them might be from Spot A. Um, Other than that, I don't know what other packs I've used. I think a lot of this is just base game as well. And yeah, you guys should let me down. You guys should let me know in the comments down below what I should build next. I'm currently working on a mansion, but mansions take kind of long. So I don't really know how I'm going to edit that video because it'll probably end up being like an hour long. So I was thinking about breaking it up, but I don't know how many people would want to watch only half of a build video, especially since I don't have that kind of following yet. And I don't want to make it boring for anyone who does see my videos. We'll see. And so right now I am adding in, this is the bathroom area and the seating area. I have an outdoor seating area and a bathroom area in this build. And I do a split flooring, which ends up looking pretty interesting, pretty cool to me. I like how the bathroom came out, especially when I do all the editing. So as you can see right now, it's in the water. This, and I keep it this way. This isn't something I try to fix. At first I thought, oh, but then you can't add flooring. I was going to add stone flooring or some kind of nice tiling. So then I tried adding carpeting, which it won't make much of a difference in the Sims world because they're all the same anyways. But it looks like tiling. And I was like, no, I kind of like the water look better than I like the tiling look. So that's why in the end I don't add anything. If you guys want to add anything, go ahead. I did add a little small carpet that'll end up being right in front of the, see, this is where I'm talking about. I was adding, it does look like tiling. It's just not something that I wanted for the build. I put it there and I was like, that just looks wrong. And so I kept the open water. I thought it was an interesting idea. So this is where I will add a, that's what I add. I think I might delete it. I'm gonna leave it on the gallery. But if you guys agree with me and you think it should be gone, delete it. Because I think it should be deleted too. I think now we are moving. So originally I thought this would be an indoor seating area, and then I was like, nope, why would we do that? And then I thought about doing this, and then I was like, nope, that doesn't look nice either. So eventually what I do is just an open seating area. I use a half wall and I use columns. So that's what I end up doing. I wanted to use those, but they just didn't look right with the, I don't know, I just didn't like it too much when I ended up putting them on, so I got rid of them. I haven't used these very much in my builds, actually. So that's a little bit sad because one of them, the one with the fabric draping over, is really, really beautiful. Also, once again, I apologize for the audio as I have in pretty much every video I've done. Friend still hasn't given back my microphone, so I'm still using my computer. I'm getting better at not messing up my words, or at least I think I am. Um, oh, and I also add that I'm not gonna call it anything actually, because I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, so this has two outdoor seating areas, one that has just lawn chairs, and it has an entrance into the water. I wanted to see if you could use staircases, but sadly you cannot. I wish there weren't so many limitations on the building. I don't know why for stairs it's so difficult. Um, but that's okay. For some reason, these uh, ladders, they just don't fit anywhere unless you use the cheat, or at least for me, that's the way it's worked. Maybe I just don't build far enough into the water to make them able to put on without using the cheat mode or the build cheat. And I added both because I figured if you're gonna go on a vacation, you might want to have a boat. And then I also added that so you have a form of cooking that's outdoors. I add a little seating area at the end. I also add a chessboard so that you have something to do since you also can't use a computer or watch TV. But then again, if you're on vacation, why would you watch TV or be on the computer? Which is something I think is really great, which is why I put the off-grid lot treat on this vacation home because I think for vacation homes it would be a really nice idea to just disconnect and actually when you're on vacation, be off your phone, be off your computer, be off your TV, off technology, and just actually explore. Kind of like camping, but on an island instead and in a house. So that's what I really like about this idea. It does lack a little bit in the windows. I think I may have said this already. Usually I fill my builds with windows. Every wall has a window, and in this case it doesn't. Or at least not as many windows as I originally would have put, just because I don't know why actually. I kind of just use the same mixture. I really like putting those glass ones right next to they kind of look like blinds, but they're not blinds or blind windows. I don't know what you want to call them, but they look really nice next to them, and so that's why I kept it there. And then I really used a lot of these candle things. I think those are from Spa Day. I can't be sure, but I think they're from Spa Day. And I really like how I just love this bathroom. There's nothing that makes me not love this bathroom. Especially when you see the landscaping I add into it. It just really brings it together. Sorry, I just got distracted by my dog. Um, there's not much to say, actually. I kind of don't like the foundation I used. I end up coloring the foundation using that volcanic stone wallpaper. I don't like it. I kind of wish I had either done stones all around the build like I've done in my Rocky family build, which maybe I'll link in this video, maybe I won't, but you guys should check that video if you haven't seen it. I really like the build. I especially love the idea of having rocks all around the foundation. It kind of makes it look like the house is being carried by those rocks. So I thought that was a nice touch, and I kind of wanted to add that touch here. And you see in the end that I do try it, but then I delete it because I just didn't think it would work out very well. And I really love these shelvings that came with this pack. I don't think I've talked about the shelving yet, but they're very unique, so I like them a lot. And they're actually filled, so you don't have to individually fill in each shelf, which I mean is nice if you want to customize, but it takes so long to, especially when you want to add objects that you can't usually add. That gets to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So it's nice that they have pre-filled shelving. And I also like their standing shelf. This is where I don't like the fact that I use the volcanic wallpaper for this as well. I would change it, but it would take way too long, and I've already done it on the video, so I would rather keep it the same. If you guys want to change it, you can. I'm not going to change it. I'm not planning on using this build right now because I'm currently doing, I don't know if I'm going to do a let's play. I've started it just to kind of see how it would look, but whether I'm going to upload it, I don't know. I just don't think my channel is ready for any let's plays yet. Maybe like the mini ones where it's like you see the whole story already, but not like the let's plays where I'm talking to you and playing at the same time. I think we're not ready. We're not there yet, but maybe later. So the reason I don't like this wallpaper is because it doesn't match with the hearts on the bottom. I don't know what you call them. I'm gonna call them trilling. They're definitely not called trilling. Is that even a word? Whatever it is between the columns, it just doesn't match very well. Um, I'm kind of switching out the dark and light because I wanted to see how the lights work. Finally, I am adding some landscaping. I didn't do that much landscaping in this build either. Very minimal. Um, just because I couldn't think of what to add, really. I thought everything I kind of put down looked a little bit awkward. Had I had the space, I would have put fencing around those bushes so it didn't just look like they were kind of just placed there. But there's no space, so I did not do that. And I end up kind of sticking with just these flowers. I go back and I use some of the Salvadorian plants from Jungle Adventure, having them twine around. They do stick through the walls a little bit, but you're not really going to notice during gameplay, I think. So I thought it was okay. Oh, see, those are the rocks I add. I think it just gives this bathroom a whole new level, and it just looks way better when you add in those rocks because it looks more natural than it looked originally. And I think I add a few rocks. This is what I was saying. I was trying to do this with the build, and then I just changed my mind. I don't really know why I changed my mind, actually. Maybe I should go and do it. I don't think I will. But you guys should do it if you like it. Because I really love doing that with a lot of my builds. Oh, are we nearing the end already? No, we're not. Something's happening. I'm sorry that my video footage is a little bit just not as smooth. Um, my computer's been really heated lately. It's been being overused, which is interesting because I haven't used it all day. So I don't know what's up with that. I think it's just because my storage is getting really full. I only have like 7 gigabytes left. And it's because I've been doing these build videos and then I'm also taking pictures and I'm uploading them for other people because I do photography as a side job. It's not like my main job because obviously I'm going to college. But, well, maybe not obviously if you guys haven't seen my other videos. So y'all should see my other videos. So I really like how this came out. I really like how this came out. I like having a little bit more cramped builds. I don't like it when things are super spacious. Just because I feel like it's a little bit weird. I did add marble tiling under the kitchen. I thought it was a nice touch. I know it's from Get Famous. That's another thing. I did use some things from Get Famous. I think a lot of the stuff that isn't from this will be kind of like miscellaneous things. Some of the candles might not be from this pack, from the previous packs I've mentioned. I'm trying to think of what else might not be. No, I feel like most of the other stuff is from the packs I've mentioned. You know, Island, Island Living, Jungle Adventure, Get Famous. Now I've mentioned Get Famous. I used this wallpaper is still from Island Living, but I used it in the whiter color, and I think it goes really well. I realized that there's a plant sticking out of the wall. You won't notice it when you play, and if you do, you can just adjust it to the side a little bit, or I could adjust it before I upload it, because I have to check the prices anyways. But yeah, I tend to critique myself a lot when I'm doing these build videos. I don't know why. I mean, I could go back and change them, but I think for me, I would just keep changing it and changing it and changing it and never uploading it, which is why I do just upload them and tell you about some things that I would change. But ultimately, I want you guys to also be able to do whatever you want with this build. So I don't see the big deal in trying to change some minuscule stuff because maybe those changes I want won't be changes that you want. Oh my gosh. Still can't speak. Still cannot speak. I'm saying some of the changes that I may want may not be the changes that you want. So I don't go in and change it and then re-upload it. So plus I think it's nice to kind of talk about the end of it, some of the things you like, some of the things you didn't like. So that way when you build next time you know what maybe you should do different. I really wish I would change that wallpaper though, I'm not gonna lie. That is the one thing I would change, but I'm not sure it would make, well, I guess I would use wood, so it would match with this heart stuff that it has going on. I like how the outside came though, I like how open, it's just kind of an open area to just sit and relax. There's a chess game, you can cook, which is a little bit scary. Apparently these lamps are flammable. Sorry, I was editing and then I changed some stuff and then I went back and that's why that footage is a little bit weird. But I do realize that these are sticking out. I don't change them. I think I've already said this, but they kind of stick out. It's not going to be noticeable during the gameplay. I don't really feel a need to change it. So I really, really, really love this carpet. I love all the color schemes of it, but I think this color scheme is my favorite. I tried to stick with like a blue, gray, white theme with some darker wood accents. I think I finally stuck with my theme a little bit better than I usually have. We're getting into screenshots. In case you guys don't know, I have an Instagram. It is the same as my username, 31winterwolf31. My gallery EA slash, are they called orange? Orange